We're not related. We're not related directly, but spiritually we're related. Okay. So just that's how life worked out. So we connected and we have the same last name. Amber will be fielding questions in chat. So if you have any questions, just jump on chat. Amber will field those questions, respond as well as she can, and then she'll collect the questions that we can cover towards the end of the workshop. One thing I'd love to hear about is if you could just let Amber know where you are, what town you live in, what state. So we'll just print that at the end to get an idea of how far we're reaching out. So this is a workshop for parents that we embrace. We're going to be talking about VEST, the Special Needs Navigator app. And so we want to talk about, first of all, well, who am I and why am I talking to you about VEST? I'm a special needs attorney. I've had 25 years of experience working in trust planning and with families with special needs. I've done well over 3,000 trust plans for families. I've done well over 1,000 special needs trusts, 400 or more conservatorship court cases. I stopped counting at 400. And during all that time, I've learned a lot. And what I've learned is contrary to what most people would believe a lawyer finds to be important. I've learned things about being a special needs attorney. And what I've learned is there's no greater challenge in life than parenting a child with special needs. And I mean that sincerely. Because if you think about it, whether you're a general running an army fighting a war, whether you're the president of the United States, whether you're Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook or Elon Musk trying to colonize Mars, you have armies of people working for you and unlimited resources at your disposal. So when I hear people talk about how hard they're working, you know, Jeff Bezos is Amazon, I don't think he works that hard, you know, because he's got plenty of people doing the work for him. But as Mina just mentioned, she has the opportunity to go to a basketball game, but she can't because on short notice, she can't find caregiver. And so as a parent with a child with special needs, you don't have an army of people. You don't have unlimited resources. But the challenge you face is much more important than making sure that Facebook is selling a lot of ads and generating revenue by selling Toyotas. Okay, so this is a very real challenge. It's as real as it gets, waking up every day, being the parent of a child with special needs, because you not only have to think about today, you got to think about tomorrow, you got to think about 15 or 20 years from now, and ultimately when you leave this earth. So as a special needs attorney, that's what I've learned. And it's just, there's no greater challenge than what you all face every day. So during my 25 years, I've developed some conclusions about what's important for special needs parents. And I think about, well, what's the single most important thing that parents must do? Is it healthcare? You mentioned you're doing like 3 months worth of workshops on healthcare. Yes. Is it education and IEP? Completely complicated. Is it special needs trust planning, conservatorship, dealing with lawyers? Is it making sure you understand and gaining all the public supports? This is a never-ending flow of information and education. Which one of these things are most important? Well, I'll tell you, there's something that's way more important than any of these things. And unless you take care of this thing, transition, all the other stuff kind of falls apart. The real key question that I've learned as an attorney working with families with special needs as a life navigator is you need to make sure other people are going to know what to do for your child at each stage of these transitions in life. And as part of my practice, I've developed the 6 degrees of transition, which is, you know, ages 1 to 5, ages 5 to 8, 18 adulthood, beyond adulthood, returning to your life, getting your child as an adult supported with independent living, independent not on their own, but independent of you. And then ultimately the transition, which I call into the ocean. I used to call it now you're dead, but my wife made me change that because she said, That's depressing. Don't talk to people about dying. Talk to them about going into the ocean, meaning you're gone and your child is left floating in this ocean of information without you. And the real question is, how are others going to know what to do without you? That's the most important lesson I've learned as a special needs attorney. And a child with special needs must have support from others for a lifetime. You know, you think about what we're really talking about. It's not legal. It's about life. We all have our own story. And most of us can tell our story as we do starting this out.
Well, good.
It's not so easy. And often it's not possible at all to tell their own story. So how are parents today helping tell their child's story? And I bet you if I could take a peek into your home office today, I would see a bookshelf with binders or a banker's box with binders. I'd see lots of Post-it notes in the binders. I'd see yellow highlighters. I'd see a desk with all kinds of information laying around, and it's there, and it's just essential. You have to have some way of organizing this stuff. And so the default tools are binders, Post-its, and files and folders, because that's what you do. And you have to, because you haven't been provided any other means to do that. But the problem I've learned about this is, and we all know it, files, binders, and Post-its just don't work. They're difficult to organize this stuff, extremely difficult to update your written list in a binder, and almost impossible to share that information in a safe and practical way from other people that need to know this information, whether you're going to go to a Kings game for a night, or whether you're going to go on vacation for a week, or whether you're going to leave the house and never come home. That information must be shared with other people so they can know what to do for your child's lifetime support and care. That's the big problem with the way things are being done. And as a special needs attorney for 25 years, I saw that problem over and over and over again, and all the stress it caused parents, knowing that this system that they had, binders, Post-its, bankers boxes, was not going to be sufficient, and it just didn't work. And I don't blame parents. That's not the point. The point is there were no other tools available to them. So I created VEST. VEST is, as you see here, an app that organizes special needs. Oh, I went backwards. And I like to say we organize special needs at VEST so you don't have to. Okay. VEST is a web app. It's not a phone app. We don't want your child's information downloaded on your phone where TikTok and all these other things can get to it, okay? It's not a place to keep private information in your phone. It's convenient, but it's not safe. So we keep VEST in the web behind a secure wall. It works from any device, your phone, your PC, your tablet, any place where you have internet access, you can get to your VEST. You can access it wherever you are. You don't need to have your phone with you to get to VEST. You could be at the nurse's station in a hospital with your child needing care and they want to know the prescriptions. You can log on to VEST from the nurse's station, get all the prescription information. It's totally secure. We'll talk about security in a few minutes. And most importantly, we've developed a way to safely share your VEST information with the key caregivers and family members that may need it when they need it. So I'm going to continue to drink my water, excuse me. So before we get into the demo about how it really works, we've got an offer for all you online today. If you sign up for VEST during this workshop, and it's a free trial, there's no credit card, no obligation. It takes like 60 seconds to create a VEST. You just log in and add your name and your child's name. We normally, our typical fee is $99 a year, but if you sign up, we'll discount that to $50. So it's a 50% discount, which saves you money. And if you sign up, there's no obligation. You sign up and in 2 weeks it's free, a full VEST. And at the end of the 2-week trial, you'll get like what we call a payment wall. It'll ask you for information. And at that point, I will keep track of who you are. I will apply a 50% credit to your first year subscription. So it's just a little something to show you we appreciate you spending the Saturday morning with us. So now I want to do a live demo, okay? And keyword, I want to do a live demo. Of course, it worked perfectly well during the rehearsal. I've done it many, many times. But here's how software works. If there's going to be a glitch, it's going to happen during the live demo. So I apologize ahead of time. I hope it's glitch free, but if it is glitchy, it's not the best fault. It's just my fault of doing the live demo. So what I'd like you all to do, you can do it. You can stay on Zoom, open another window on your computer, get on your browser, whatever you have, Chrome, Safari. Amber, what do you use? Firefox or some off-brand browser that your son makes you use because he doesn't believe in Chrome, right? So whatever browser you all have, you can log in and go to www.vestlife.com. And we're going to show you a demo. Don't create your own vest yet. Use this email when you see the screen where it says michael.pearce@vestlife, and the password is right there, Coco45Vest, and it is case sensitive on the password. If you go there and log in using that email, we'll all be on the same vest, and we can use it concurrently as a demo. It's really cool. You can have fun with it. Rather than me just telling you how it works, I want to show you, and you can make it work. So I'm going to log into Vest right now with that email and password, and here's what you're going to see. Before we do that, I'm going to log in, okay? Sure, I told you there'd be a glitch. This is the login. Real time. There it is. So if you want to do this, if you don't want to log in, you don't have to. You can just listen to us talk because you'll see this on the PowerPoint. But if you're logged in, you'll see Jamie's sample vest. I already created a vest for Jamie. And so I'll show you how vest works by clicking on Jamie. And this is Jamie's vest. And remember I said we organize special needs so you don't have to?
Vestlife.com. Michael, I think, are you sharing the screen for the website?
We should be back to the website. Yeah, sharing screen. I need to go there and do that, Amber.
Yeah, if you share screen to the website itself.
Okay, let me you're right. Thank you, Amber. Let me go. Oh, because it was in the PowerPoint. So now I have to stop share there, and then I need to screen share the demo.
Right.
Right.
Just in case there are people who can't get on.
Yeah. Can you see that now?
I see the demo. I mean the PowerPoint.
PowerPoint, but still not Jamie. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. I told you that if there was a glitch, it would happen during a workshop.
Do you want me to try to share mine?
Yeah. Well, let me try it again because share screen. Okay, so I think I know what I need to do. I need to close these other windows like I did last time. Close the PowerPoint. There we go. Sometimes Zoom won't let you share an actual app. Darn it.
I can share and follow along if you're not able to, I think.
Let me try this again. Sorry, folks. Thank you for your patience. Amber, why don't you try to share Jamie Sample's vest by logging into it? Somehow I'm having a technical glitch on this side with Zoom.
Can someone let me know if they can see it?
I could see it.
Okay.
I can see it.
Jamie Sample, perfect. Okay.
All right, so great. So Amber, I'll navigate and you navigate, and you'll teach me how to do that later. Okay, so let's go to the, just click on Jamie's picture there. And click on vest.
Oops, I gotta log in again, looks like.
Michael Pearce at bestlife.com.
Yep.
There. It should save the password.
Okay.
There it is. Okay.
There we go. So I'm clicking on Jamie. There we go.
All right. So let's go back to his picture. Just hit the back screen. Back. Yeah. Okay. So everybody, we're on board with vest. And what you see is Jamie's sample. And what this means is that we've set up a vest for Jamie. And so now what Amber's going to do is we're going to open Jamie's vest. And we're going to see, Amber will scroll down and you'll see about 25 different major sections of life for Jamie that we've already organized that makes it easy for you to upload information, everything from an IPP and ISP, program services, legal trust conservatorships, IEP aid, social and rec activities, diagnosis and reports, specific things that you need to know. We'll scroll to the top and you see all these sections and it looks overwhelming, but it's really not. It's very simple because it's kind of intuitive. And the most important thing to know is that you may not need all of this stuff. As you scroll down, Amber, you'll see job and micro enterprise may not be relevant to you as a parent with a 14-year-old child. But when your child is 25, there may be a job or a micro enterprise, and you may find this section very valuable. Now we've solved that because if you go to the top, you'll see the sections and each of them have a number entry and it says about me. It says 2 entries. Well, the more entries you make about something relevant, it'll move it up in the vest to the top. And the things you don't use will float down to the bottom. So you don't need to worry about being overwhelmed with all this stuff. Now, let's do a simple entry. Let's go to about me. And what Amber and I have done under my personality, we've each made an entry for Jamie. Now, when you're using your own vest, there'll only be one person using it. But for purposes of this demo, just to show you how it all works, I want you all, if you've logged into Jamie's vest, to go ahead, you don't need to do it on screen, and you can make entries so that you can see and feel how it works, okay? But today, what we did for personality is, I like walks in the park, I'm shy, but we'll open up when I get to know you. Basic stuff. And so Amber, let's go back to the vest dashboard. And let's just say, let's go to caregivers and key people. That's very important for people to know. And so babysitter, this is great. Mina, if you had a babysitter, you could go to the King's game. So let's create an entry for babysitter. And we just use that term as a general term when you have a young child, even though your child's not a baby. You can just, and so yeah, Amber, enter information about Sarah and description. Sarah Smith, Sarah Smith can stay with Jamie for an evening or a weekend.
I'll delete it.
See what we just created? So now if someone that you're sharing this vest with, we'll talk about that in a minute, wants to know about Jamie, all that information is there. So let's go scroll down where you just did Sarah with that little pencil. See where it says 18 years old, available on Tuesday, Sarah Smith, and there's a little edit. You can edit that entry. Okay, and you could add stuff, whatever you want. So the point here is that you just hit cancel for the little X in the top right. I'm sorry about this glitch. It's difficult for me to navigate with Amber. So you can hit refresh on the screen, your browser refresh, top left on your browser, right there. There you go. If you ever get in a frozen on your vest, just hit refresh. So let's go to the vest dashboard again. And you may want to put in day to day. That's a good one.
Some webinar.
So let's talk about routines for the morning.
Parents of disabled.
Routines are very important, right, for your child, things that work and don't work. So you want to say breakfast routine would be a good one. All right. And you can do that. Just hit refresh again, Amber. There you go. Breakfast routine. And you can say something like Jamie, 8 a.m., right? Jamie eats his oatmeal waffles, whatever, okay? Because Jamie, if he has autism, likely eats the same thing at the same time every day in the morning. And if you try to give him something different at a different time, it won't work. So if you're ever not there and the babysitter needs to know about what Jamie needs for breakfast, now they'll know in Jamie's vest. So if you look on the right and scroll down, I've created vest is set up by sections of life, and then pockets where you put information in the pocket. And so we've described, like anxiety resolution, entertainment, evening routines, home responsibilities and chores, haircut and hairstylist. You'll see that. Click on that one for a minute, Amber. You can just click on these things and you'll go right to the section. And if you hit refresh somehow, because we're sharing through Zoom, not automatically doing it. So supercuts, every 2 weeks, supercuts. And before you hit enter and create, Amber, just put supercuts Arden on description. Don't hit create yet. Ask for Lisa. Now, where it says add location, this is so cool. Click on add location. And you're going to put supercuts and just put in a phone number. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And put in 3233 Dwight Road, Elk Grove, California, 95758. Now, under description, you can say this is where Jamie is most comfortable getting his hair cut. They know him well and understand exactly what he likes. So I hope you all, when you see this as an example of the smallest bit of information that doesn't seem that important, but it's really important, right? That other people know this. And they're not going to find it in a binder on your shelf or figure it out on your phone. So now hit create. Okay. So now look at this. It just showed up, and see that little arrow where it says supercuts? Click that. And there's your GPS pinpoint location. So now what's really cool, this isn't how you'll learn all this. You can log into Vest from your phone, and even though it's not a phone app, you can open the Vest and go to day to day. And if you are having your brother or sister come to town to spend a weekend with Jamie, and it happens to be weekend or haircut, and Jamie wants his haircut, you can't vary it, right? You've got to do it when he wants it. So they'll be shared. They can open the vest and open that section and click on the pinpoint and find out exactly where the haircut's going to be. Okay. So that is one of the great values of VEST. It allows you to keep track of everything organized, simply put, so that you can find the information when you need it, and so that other people will know what to do when you can't be there. So now, what we want to do, Amber, is I see you're responding in chats. So if people want to log in, they just go to Best Life, log in, and use that username and password. So Amber, again, I'm sorry I'm not able to navigate it, but I want to go to now sharing, because I think we got the idea about how Best is organized into sections and pockets. If you hit log in, you should still be there if you didn't log out. Just hit log in, top right. And yeah, see the Best pops, it's still there. Okay.
All right, I was multitasking.
Yeah, thank you. And I might switch to chat. Now, let's go to Jamie's sample. One of the most important features we have in Best is, see at the top where it says sharing.
Yep.
Okay, so now we want to share this vest. There's two ways to share. Amber, you're quick. Let's go back. Okay, let's take a look at this. We can make a printable summary of everything in Jamie's vest. Click on printable summary just to show. And you can select anything and everything, select all, bottom left. And you can view the printable vest, and it will show a PDF file of everything that you've entered in vest. So if you just started the vest 2 months ago or 2 years ago, you can print out all this if you want. Why would you do that? Well, let's go back for a moment to the screen. You can just X out of the printable summary at the top of your browser because it's a PDF. Where you have a little tab open, not that one.
No, I'm just gonna make it smaller.
Yeah, you want to come back to Vest now.
Yep.
So now see all those check boxes? You select none. Let's bottom, let's select none. Let's say, for example, you are going to a new therapist, and the therapist wants to know diagnosis and reports, diet and meal plan. They want to know social and rec activities. So you can just check these individual boxes and print out only the information pertaining to that particular meeting with an individual. You could save it as a PDF and email that information directly to this therapist or caregiver before your meeting. So they'll have all this information at their disposal before you even meet. So like they're going to know Jamie before Jamie even shows up. Think of the time it saves, and it just avoids confusion, and it lets people know your child as a person rather than filling in their list. I tell people the two most powerful words you can use as a parent of a child with special needs are these: see attached. So if your new therapist sends you a long list that you got to fill in and tell the same story over and over again that you just told last week, and I know this happens, you're always asked for this information. If you've got that information in Vest, you can check these boxes, view printable Vest, print it out in PDF and say, see attached, okay? And people do that, and it's amazing the power of that. So now just hit cancel or accept, there you go. So let's go to the real, I think, most powerful, where it says share your Vest. Click on share Vest. Okay, again, you can select, and typically you don't want to select all. You want to put down Michael, email to share Vest with Michael at bestlife.com. Okay, and I am a aunt or an uncle. Okay, And see, we've already like selected some things. You can uncheck them. You can select specific things that you want me to know about Jamie for purposes of making sure that I will fulfill the role you want me to fulfill if you're gone for a weekend or just a backup person. So now hit share, Amber. So what's going to happen, Michael is going to get an email. I'm going to get an email that's going to say, I've been authorized to share this vest. And so I'm going to go there. I'm still there. Okay. And I'm going to accept that share. And now I'm going to be able to set up my own free account at Vest as a shared user. And I'm going to see the things that you've authorized me to see about Jamie. Okay, so Amber, we're back to you. Okay. I'm totally confused. Okay, so now I want you to refresh your screen, Amber. And it should say users with access to this vest because we're doing Zoom, it's not updating. But I will then show up as a user with access to the vest. It's important to know, and we've done this on purpose with vests for security reasons. We do not allow a shared user to make changes or alterations to the vest. A shared user can only see things. They can't change things, they can't edit, okay? It's read only. And you can delete shared access at any time just by clicking delete. Try refresh one more time.
Maybe I'll send it to myself real quick and see if that makes a difference.
It's all right. I think people get the point here. And again, this isn't like, this is supposed to let users know the potential, how to do it will work. See, there it is, right? There I am. And see where it says update or revoke. I can update my email or I can revoke. Go ahead and hit revoke. So now Amber has just deleted me as a shared user. Totally safe and secure. One other thing, as a shared user, if you share a section with me about daily routines and you make a change to the daily routines, the next time I log into Vest as a shared, if you shared that section with me, I'm going to get a pop-up notice at the top that says, oh, look, Jamie's vest has been changed and updated. Here are the things that Jamie's parent updated on the vest. So you're aware of these things now. So as you're updating the vest, your key people are constantly being kept informed and up to date on any changes to the vest that you make. It's all automatic. You don't need to worry about sending emails or texts. Vest does that for you. So we've covered vest sections and pockets, how easy it is to make an entry, pinpoint locations, sharing with read-only, secure. So at this point, the other thing I want to show you is guides and how to, Amber. And is your vest secure? How to use it, getting started. We have all kinds of support. The most important thing to remember about Vest is we have live people, meaning me, potentially Amber's daughter, is covering our help desk, okay? So if you log into your Vest and you want to click on help, so you can just close that, return to Vest. This is go to Vest, stop right. You go back to your Vest. If you want to click on help, open the Vest, open Jamie's, right? And you click there, you send a message. I will get that message, or Carrie will get that message. We'll respond immediately. We're live people. We don't do the bot thing. So happy to do that for you. So that's a basic summary of Vest. And again, I don't want to use this morning as to drill down to the minutia. I recommend that all of the attendees log in, create your Vest. It takes less than a minute to create a Vest. Amber, click on create a new Vest so we can show people how easy it is. Let's do Jamie's sister. Let's do Olivia, her first name. Sample. Olivia, and then next, and that's fine, Liv. Female. I'm timing you, Amber. So it's going real quick. Hit continue. So would that take less than 60 seconds to create a vest for Liv? So what we encourage the all you parents who are on this call to log into Vest, go to www.vestlife.com and just go ahead and log out, Amber. I don't know if I can take over again. Let's go to my share screen. All right, can you see me now? I can't hear you, Amber.
It's popped up, yes.
All right, you can see me now. Okay, so I'm back to my comfort zone, and thank you for your patience, everyone, for going through that double navigation with Amber. I'll get better at the Zoom sharing with an app. Okay, so you see there on my screen, you know, where I've been invited to share Amy's vest. No, you haven't. You just see me. Okay, so what I want to do is talk to you now about some of the things that we wanted to cover. About me, safe sharing. Oh, I forgot to mention, in that vest, you can upload files, diagnosis reports, living trust agreement, conservatorship, letters of conservatorship. Why would you do that? Because it's important that you have access to those things when you need them. So if you're in a park with your 19-year-old who's been conserved, and your 19-year-old daughter wants to stay at the park, but you need to leave, and you have to help Liv get to the car with a strong arm, not strong arm tactic, but a firm grip on her arm to direct her to the car. Someone may not understand what you're doing with 19-year-old Liv, and they might get concerned. And there might be a park ranger or even a police officer. What are you doing with this adult child? Why are you forcing this child into this car? And that's a tough one. And this is a true story. We've had it happen in many circumstances like that. So if you have a conservatorship, you can pull out your conservatorship papers and say, well, look, I'm a court order conservator. I've got authority. My daughter has autism. Please help me. And suddenly it changes the whole context. But where are your conservatorship papers? They're back at home in a binder on a shelf. Maybe you upload them to your phone, but then you're scrolling around looking, where did you put them? God forbid, put them on Google Drive. You'll never find them. They're buried 15 deep. But with Vest, all you need to do is log onto your, click on the section in Pocket with the legal docs, click, and it'll be right there. Here's my authority, and please help me. My daughter has autism. I'm the court-appointed conservator on my phone. Okay, so Vest has complete access to all your files and folders at any time when you need them. Another important tool is a video. We're getting this request a lot. My son only eats white rice and lasagna for dinner, and I use Ensure to cook the recipe to make sure he gets all these vitamins. So what parents are doing, like a cooking show, they'll pull out their phone, they'll video how to prepare white rice and lasagna with Ensure the way he likes to taste it, and they'll click on that video, and then they'll upload it to their Vest. Because if they're gone for a vacation or gone forever, someone needs to know how to make Jamie's favorite recipe to make sure he gets all the vitamins. You write that in a binder, forget it. So Vest lets you do it. And videos are so much easier to use than writing out instructions. So how do we get all this stuff done with Vest? It's people, you know, they'll sign up and say, well, look, I need to set aside 3 or 4 hours to get this stuff in my Vest. I go, please don't do that. Please don't spend 3 to 4 hours working on your Vest. First of all, you won't do that because you're not going to find 3 to 4 hours to work on your Vest. Life takes over. I tell people, use the Starbucks approach, which is just one sip at a time, maybe 1 cup. You open your Vest, spend 15 minutes, put some stuff in, just like we did this morning. Make a little insert in the Vest, leave it alone. Come back a couple of days later, do some more work. eventually over weeks and months, you'll have a very robust populated vest for your child. So you don't need to do it all at once. And actually, if you start off with that idea, it's probably not going to work. So just little sips at a time. And so at this point, I'm hoping I've given you the overview. Sign up now and we'll keep track of that half off for 1 year. It's totally free to sign up, no credit card. So Amber, we had some chat questions. I'm happy to field those now.
I don't see any really yet. It was more about logging in and all that. But we have lots of different areas. We had Roseville, Davis, Sacramento, Folsom, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, hello, Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey.
Yeah.
And so great. Well, that's great. And so any questions from anybody on chat?
I haven't seen any come in yet. I just posted that question to see if there's any questions now that we're
Cool. Well, that means it's perfectly clear then. And we did it right. Okay. So that's it for VEST. We encourage everybody to sign up and get their best, because what I found, my parents, it helps them reduce stress.
Higher percentage of your age group that is not unrelated.
We have a question. How would someone access the account if the primary person on the account is no longer living or available?
That is a great question. And we struggled with that. We thought that there would be some technological way to pass your vest to somebody automatically, but we got to go old school on that. So what you do is you have a vest with one username and one password. There's no shared users, only one name and password. You can give that username and password to your spouse or your older child so that they will be able to log into the vest if you're not there. That's how you do it. And you control that by making sure that the people that have the password are people that you know and trust. There's no automatic way to do that. We can't verify that someone's dead with technology. It's old school. I hope that makes sense. There's more questions. Yay.
Can I have one VEST account for all 3 of my special needs children?
Well, here's the thing. What you do is you set up a VEST account in your name. You make one VEST. Because your 3 children are all different individuals, you remember that screen where it said create a new VEST? You create one VEST, then you create another VEST, and you create another VEST. You'll have 3 vests, okay? And 3 vests under one account for you, because they each need to. So the answer is you'd have 3 separate vests. And you'd pay $99 life every year. The 50% off is for the first year only, right? And we have a discount for like a 1.5 year subscription or a 2 year. It's a lifetime subscription until you don't want it anymore. So there's no obligation. You just keep paying it as long as you want to use it. Yes, the 50% off just for the first year. I hope it's making sense to everybody. And I encourage you to sign up for your free vest today, because find that you use it, you could save it. Okay.
Michael, just a question. I was thinking someone might want to know that if they sign up on the free one just to try it,
right.
Yeah, how does it work? Do you put a credit card in right away, or do they?
Oh yeah, no, when you sign up for the free one, it's just like we just did when you created a vest. You sign up, create it. We don't ask for a credit card, nothing. You just use your full vest, start putting stuff in. All features are open to you. In about 2 to 3 weeks, when you sign in, you'll get what we call a payment wall. And it says, oh, your free trial has expired. Here, do you want a 1 year subscription or a 2 year subscription? And when you sign up for that, then we ask you for your credit card. And we don't take your credit card, we use a payment service. And then your vest is activated for the 1 year or 2 years. And at that point, I'll keep track of who you are today, and we'll apply the 50% discount at that time. So you'll only pay $50 instead of $99 for the first year. But no, we don't get any credit cards until you actually want to stay after the free trial. So I hope that is informative, and I hope people got some value. And I'm here with any questions, and I'm trying to recruit Amber to be here with best questions too, because she's so good at them. So again, I want to thank you, and Mina, thank you for this opportunity to share Vest with your We Embrace parents.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for sharing about the Vest app. Yeah, it was informative. Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate everyone joining today. And those who are in Sacramento area, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say that next Saturday, May 6th, we have a disability resource fair with vendors vendors of service providers in Sacramento County, Placer County, and El Dorado County will be there. More than 40 vendors will be there. It's a free event. Yeah. Thank you once again, Michael and Amber. And looking forward seeing you in another seminar.
All right. Thank you all very much. Have a great Saturday. Go King. Yay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.